Hey everybody. I think we live. We supposed to be live. Y'all do me a favor. I gotta make sure my MX network folks is on here, but y'all do me a favor. Y'all already know. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you have not, and if you want to talk some shit in here tonight, hater or not, or supporter, you gotta subscribe. Let me see. Let me get my folks together. We gonna get this conversation started. I missed y'all. And I love y'all too. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all comments. I love y'all back. I missed y'all. I've been busy. I've been busy putting in that work. I tell y'all all the time that for those that are doing the real work, there is no way that we could be live all the time. There's no way that happens. There's no way that happens, right? And we doing the work. So I've been working. I've been busy. I've been doing all kind of shit. Shout out to the somebody said it's not confirmed. This is not over. Laughing my ass off. Are you new to me? Are you new to me? Let's have a conversation. Wait a minute. Now you said peace and love, so he ain't new. That's what we're about to have a conversation about. How many times I tell y'all media is full of shit. Okay. And so we're gonna have that conversation. But more importantly, the propaganda that is sold to you, the bullshit that is fed to you. The bottom line is, where do we stand in all of this, right? What should we be prepared for? What should we be looking at? How does this stuff affect us? You watch the news, everybody has perspectives, people all on YouTube talking, and it's quite interesting and entertaining. But what the fuck does that do to make somebody ready and prepared for what might hit your ass? Because a whole lot of people is real comfortable. Y'all sitting back watching this war, right? Y'all watching it and you like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? But none of y'all really think that some shit gonna go down in the United States. You all think you safe. I promise you, y'all think y'all safe. You sitting at home eating your chicken wings tonight. You done been watching the news. Y'all laughing. Y'all entertained. And yeah, we got to learn not to be so entertained and be more prepared, right? And look through the bullshit of the entertainment and what's really real and what really affects us. But y'all do me a favor. Somebody said, no, we're not. You might not be goddess, but come on. Most America is sitting back and they think that this shit is just, it's some news. Let's see what they talking about. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Now, if you have been rocking with me for a while, I absolutely expect the people in my comment section and the folks that have followed me, been to events, and have been supporters of mine for a long time. That y'all not just sitting back. I expect that y'all think deeper than that by now. I expect that y'all are prepared, and I expect that y'all look at all the nuances of things that they don't want you to see, right? So we're gonna get into that conversation. Shout out to everybody over on MX Network. For anybody that's in here, if you do not want to watch on YouTube all of the commercials, you can come over to MX Network and get your free subscription or your paid subscription, and you can come and watch this without any commercials in it at all. If you don't want to watch them over here on YouTube, the link for that is in the description of the video, and you could come over and watch. You could come and chat in the comment section and everything else, just like you can over here on YouTube. Okay, y'all? Let me see. Y'all do me a favor though, like the video, share the video. I ain't been here in a minute. We got to get back in the algorithm. So y'all go ahead and click it. Everybody gonna come in later in 2 days. Talking about, Mitch, y'all just got a notification and you was live 2 days ago. You know how they like to do us, okay? So y'all make sure y'all like this video and share this video. I missed y'all too. I do want to give everybody some updates. I want to give some shout outs to a couple people while we're waiting for folks to get in here. I want to say shout out once again. I don't know if you guys watched earlier, but we had the end of the year celebration for Ziax Institute. So shout out to all of the Black babies that graduated this year, whether they're going to another grade or this amazing group that we have that are 16 and 17 and they're on their way to college. My son being one of them. I'm so proud. Okay, so shout out to them babies and shout out to Q. Q has been working his ass off, y'all. I ask y'all to continue to support Ziax if you have, and if you have not, my question would be why. because I find that we support the wrong stuff. Now, some of y'all was upset with me with the Carmelo, that's his name, Anthony case or whatever. I'm kind of offended that y'all gave this black boy that's finna go to prison. I don't give a damn how much money y'all give him. Y'all gave him $500,000. Now, when I say y'all, if you ain't getting none, just shut up and don't be like, it wasn't me. Then I'm not talking to you. But the black community gave this boy more than $500,000 for taking the life of a child, which at the end of the day, his life is finna be gone, whether it was self-defense or not. Okay. It does not take $500,000 for him to get an attorney and to fight this case. But I don't understand how the black community don't have $100,000 for a school that is actually taking y'all black babies to the next level, teaching them to thrive, not teaching them to go out there and ruin their lives or throw it away or being involved in gangs or any of that stuff. All the stereotypes get put on our community, but a school that's been going strong for 8-9 years on the bare fucking minimum because the community is not supporting this. So I wonder sometimes when y'all say y'all about black empowerment, if y'all really mean that shit. It baffles me in the years that I've done activism. This is why I'm to the tail end of my shit. I don't have any energy to do this bullshit no more because y'all don't stand from the perspective I stand from. And I watch this man give you evidence after evidence that you know if you support and give $1, you know that he's spending that dollar in that school. He's not spending that dollar on nothing else. That shit is obviously evident because he does it with or without the community's help. But it has always baffled me, and maybe y'all can help me understand this because in all I've seen, I still don't fucking understand it. I don't understand how we invest in people that talk real well. I don't understand how we invest in people that has not shown us nothing they produced. Like they talk, but they're not doing anything. Like the proof is in the pudding. Anybody that is doing something for the community, long before they ever ask you for anything, you're going to see evidence that they've already been doing the work. But we will invest in motherfuckers like Umar ain't built shit. Y'all get that nigga $1 million. Can Q just get 100,000? He ain't built now school. He got an abandoned goddamn building. He always talking about hit the cash app. And there's some dumbass niggas out there who always hitting the cash app. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It baffles me. It pisses me off and it discourages me. This is why you don't see me going hard as hell like I was before because y'all be entertained, but motherfuckers don't do their part in our community where they supposed to do it. There's no reason this school should be struggling the way that they struggle. No reason at all. Zayek has been held up all this time by a handful of the community, by a handful of people trying to help him because they see what he's doing. Do you know what we could do if everybody got the fuck up and really helped? I just don't understand. I don't understand, and maybe y'all can help me understand. But shout out, somebody said Umar has no school. He got a building, Larry. He got an abandoned building. Again, he doesn't. But because he talks well, over these years, he done collect over, it might have been 10 years now. He done got over $1 million. Okay, Q been doing this for about 9 years. I don't think the community is ever giving Q in total $100,000. I want y'all to let that sink in. Let it sink in. Okay? He talked good. He talked good, and that's it. You know, Jay Morrison was like, I'm the motherfucking, what do you call himself? The new Malcolm or whatever the hell. He used Tulsa, Oklahoma. He talked real good. The nigga put on a dashiki and y'all gave him $14 million. And look at now, black community ain't got shit. But you know what he got? He got a homestead. He has 2 homes that y'all bought for him, and his wife just be posting all kind of videos. Talking about, look at me feeding my chickens and living. They're set up for whatever the fuck gonna happen. They're living off the land because y'all produce that. When half y'all don't have that shit for yourselves. I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. Maybe y'all can help me. I mean, I'm a pretty smart person, but that shit, it baffles me. Shout out to Fuck You Mean. I love you back, Fuck You Mean. I seen your comment earlier. I love you back. And thank you for the first super chat of the night. I also want to give a shout out to Chicago, you guys. And thank you for everybody who came out. I know that I wasn't really here to promote it, but I did put it in the community section. I was so busy running around that I didn't have a chance. And then my laptop, the airport had my shit, a whole lot of stuff was going on. But I want to say shout out to Chicago. I don't know if any of my folks in Chicago is watching, but that week in Chicago that I just had before I came home, we did the most. Shout out to the dope women. We did our road trip. We went over to Memphis. Shout out to our boy Sonny, and long live the name of his son Brandon. The community came together. It was a beautiful moment. We was happy to be able to travel and come together and support Sonny and what he did. And then we headed back to Chicago. Y'all, in a whole week, I went on a road trip. We got pulled over by the police. That shit was funny. We got pulled over by the police when he realized that we was a van full of people who children had been murdered by the police and family members had been killed by the police. He left us alone real quick. They made us get out there. He was trying to search the car, everything. Whatever. They left us alone. I almost had to whoop somebody's ass in Chicago. And people always be like, me, she just be talking shit. She ain't gonna whoop nobody ass. Okay, I want you to go. If any of my sisters on here, tell me why I smack the shit out of somebody. So I almost got to whoop somebody's ass. They was being real disrespectful with the event, trying to take advantage of the mothers. And at the last minute, just trying to play folks out of money and funds that if they might not have even had to play them out of this day. I'm not going to get into all the details, but she almost got her ass whooped in that one little flashlight security card that she had. We weren't scared of none of them. Y'all about to get beat the fuck down, okay? Then, why can y'all tell me, why do y'all think white people and so-called allies always like come to me? It seems like wherever I go, when I do go outside, the white people be like, she looks like she's biracial. Maybe we can talk to her, but I'm the last motherfucker you want to come and talk to. I had a white man call himself an ally at the event that we had at the barbecue, right, at the park in Chicago. This man came over. He started telling me all the Democratic shit. And yeah, black folks should be the first people on the front line fighting this against Trump. And what I decided to tell him, we don't give no fuck about these immigrants and what they're going through. And I told him the real truth. He was upset. He tried to argue with me. He said so many racist things. And I said, sir, you do realize as an ally, you a racist motherfucker. All this shit coming out your mouth. And yeah, I had to school his ass. And it was nice to argue with a white person. Because why y'all think I sit around arguing with niggas all day? Because y'all do ignorant shit. That ain't why I got into this. So it was very refreshing to cuss a motherfucking white man out and put him in his place. I did. And it was very nice. I had a good time. Got to cuss white people out this week. Went on a road trip. Spent some time with some of the dopest women that I have ever met. We did a whole lot of work in the community. We helped a whole lot of people. We gave out a whole lot of survival supplies. Although I wish we had much more. I was really surprised at the response from all of the young brothers and sisters in the hood. We think that our youth don't care about this stuff, but they was definitely there to get those supplies and learn the class. They was interested in everything that they learned. And so we did. We gave away some supplies and made sure that people were more prepared for situations, right? And so we're going to be doing a little more of that. I will keep you guys updated because I do not have the information yet. I have to have we're having a meeting tomorrow, but I will keep y'all updated. I'm coming back to Chicago the end of July. If you are in the Chicago area, you want to come back, we will be having a free event because guess what? I'm not going to keep paying for everything. And y'all don't be wanting to foot the bill for the real work. So we're going to the library where it is free to rent rooms. So the library is free. So guess what? The event is free too. So I will be in Chicago and other areas the rest of this summer. And I will be for free. You guys can come to the event. I will be teaching survival classes and we will be giving away survival supplies. I'm also going to be teaching people. There'll be 2-day events. Then we're going to come back the next day and it's free because the facility is free. And I'm going to be teaching people how to make money online because these are solutions that you need right now. The way the country is and what we're looking at right now, the conversations we've been having and the one we're going to have tonight, y'all should be more prepared for the shit that's coming, right? And trust me, it's coming. If you have watched me long enough, you know that there's a lot of shit I told y'all years ago that's fucking happening today. So I don't understand why when I tell you the shit gonna hit the fan at some point, you don't believe that the shit is hitting the fan. Everything else I told you was gonna happen fucking happening. So I think it's important that when we talk about solutions, people could talk all day and we're going to come back tomorrow and talk about that. I want to show y'all some video about the Rodney Hinton situation, the man who ran over the officer because they killed his son. I just want to show you what some activists did online. And I want to show you the problem with these so-called social media activists. Like, I'm so fucking sick of them. I don't want to be around them. I don't even want to be associated with them. I really don't. I really the fuck don't. I get tired of going out in the community running into their fake asses because they're only there for photo ops, but they're not doing shit for the community. So let's be real. I'm not here to scream a bunch of entertaining shit to you. Right now, what is the answer? We can talk about Black empowerment. We can talk about fighting white supremacy, but immediately what we need right now your ass need to be motherfucking prepared for the stuff that is happening in this country right now. For all of this war talk we're getting ready to get into, how many of you know, if you're not in those cities, that them motherfuckers is still rioting over the immigration situation? How many of you know that a bunch of the rioters just broke into the ICE facility a couple of days ago, and they broke in, and these motherfuckers released some of the goddamn criminals? Not somebody grandma, not somebody whoever, but motherfuckers, they broke in and then they all ran away. Now, to some extent, I want to tell these immigrants, bitch, why you ain't fight this hard on your own land? You come here, go fight your fucking oppressor like this. But I also want to say in the same breath, why y'all don't do that shit? Why is it that we don't get up in America? Why we don't fight our oppressor like that? We tired of it. Why we don't go bust a jail down and let our people out? I just don't understand. They doing that shit, so it means it can obviously be done, right? So there's a lot going on. So between all of this talk, everything else, what's coming up with AI solutions for right the fuck now? Y'all not finna get up and start a revolution. So I've already checked that solution off the list. I've been screaming it for years. If you notice, I stopped screaming it because y'all not down for that shit. But what I can say is we need to be prepared. So I think it is important right now, and that will be my focus in the Black community, is a solution, right? We need to be prepared. We need to have survival supplies. We need to understand what it means to survive. And in all situations, how do we do that, right? And be prepared, because if not, we're going to be the first to be affected. Y'all already know that, right? And then the next thing is, we coming into an era. Some of y'all like to argue with me about AI taking everybody's job, but baby, they coming to take all of your damn jobs, all of them. And I want you to understand that the new way of making money or having a job or working is online. This is where all of the hustles are. This is where all of the businesses are. This is where all the ways to make money are. This is where all of the jobs are. You're going to work online. You're going to make money online. So I think that we need that knowledge. So for me, those are the two things I'm going to be pushing right now until I find something else that we need a solution for immediately, and I can give that solution. So I'm going to be coming. I'll say this to everybody too. If you want to send me an email, if you are willing to help, if you will book the rooms in your city for the event, call your library. If you have rec centers, if you are a resident, they will let you book those rooms for free for an event, right? And so if you are willing to do that, you got to work with me, right? So all you got to do is put all of that together. So there is a place, there is a time we can get together, email me, we can get on a Zoom call. I will bring myself to your city, and then I will come and give that information, right? And we will be giving out supplies for as much as I can. I am going to ask y'all help. I've never asked my community for it to fund anything that I have ever done. So I am going to put up a GoFundMe, and I'm going to put it up because the cities we go to, I would like to give out laptops, because what good does it matter if I teach these young people how to make money online, but they don't have the laptop to do it, because you can't do the shit from your phone. You need a laptop, right? And as far as the people getting survival supplies, now I'm going to sponsor and give out some stuff too, but I can give out much more if y'all willing to help me. So I'm finna ask y'all for something I ain't never asked y'all for some help. I'm about to do a whole bunch of free events and bring the solutions to y'all, and y'all can help me book these places because you are in those cities. If you would like me to come there, I'll put the cost to bring myself and my stay, but you're going to do that part. And I'm going to ask y'all to help so that we can give away as many supplies as we can to people who need it. Okay. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to give you all the information about that. Again, I just want to give a big shout out to those of you that came out to Chicago. It was nice to see y'all. A couple of y'all showed up at the event at the community barbecue where we were giving out supplies. It was really nice to see y'all. So thank y'all for coming out and supporting my sister Chantel and all of the mothers that were there and what we were doing. Okay. So, but I had the best time in Chicago. Shout out to Inglewood. Y'all gonna stop talking about Chicago. I ain't hear now gunshot. Nobody got shot. We had the best time. Shout out to Chicago. Y'all the best people. The brothers fed me in the hood. We got a chef out there. Shout out to Daryl. Daryl made sure that I stayed fed every goddamn day. We got brothers have your back. They'll let you lift shit. You don't take nothing in the house. Y'all gonna stop believing that the black men that we have don't take care of us. That's not true. If you're around shitty men, you're around shitty men. We have both of them. But I watched the community in Chicago in the middle of the hood, and all of the young men were very respectful. They talked to everybody with respect. They opened doors. You wasn't carrying nothing. They fed you. They looked out for you. They protected you. You didn't want for nothing. And I watched all the men in this community every day get together and made sure that all the women and the children was okay. So y'all don't get to say that there ain't men out there and keep putting this stereotype on all of our black men. Some of y'all ain't shit. Now, some of you ain't. And if you ain't shit, put on the ain't shit shoe, bitch, and tie that motherfucker up and walk around in it. But shout out to the brothers that's not you and that shoe does not fit you. I love y'all to death. I had the best time in Chicago and I can't wait to get back. So with that said, y'all, somebody said, oh, okay. All right, shout out to you. And then mom said, hey Michi, I'm from Chicago and I want a raffle for a survival kit for the survival kids. Okay, you was there. We did a survival kit, a raffle for that shit, y'all, and we gave it away. It wasn't enough stuff. I wanted to give out so much more stuff to people. We got our bulletproof inserts and everything else. But shout out to you. Yeah, Chicago was the illest. I had the best time ever. I did. I was working, but it was like the best vacation road trip, doing work when you do what you love and being around people that don't have an ulterior motive. A lot of times the motherfuckers come in and they be trying to tear shit up. But what I found the common denominator in those people who always fuck up the events or try to sabotage some shit, those motherfuckers usually don't have a dog in the fight. And what I mean by that is all the women that I spent time with last week in Chicago, all of these women have lost their children to the police. See, it's harder for us to sell out the community because we got in this for our family. And if we were to sell out, we would be selling our children out. I would be selling my brother out. I would be selling my son out. So you find a lot of these people that come into the community, they ain't lost nobody. They ain't ever went through nothing. They just in this motherfucker trying to get money off of and notoriety and be somebody off of your family member's death. But whenever I'm associated with people who have paid a price to be in this fight, there's never no sabotage. There's never no backstabbing. There's never no bullshit. Okay. And we're going to have another conversation, you guys, down the road. I've always told y'all about Black Lives Matter, that they full of shit. But in talking to some other activists, so guess what? I'm waiting to get my hands on a piece of paper. Do y'all know that Black Lives Matter goes around? And when people, they want to fuck with these people, you know, and they're like, oh, here we are. We want to be a part of your story. You know how they run ambulance chase into the stories. Well, when they get in touch with these family members, they have them sign papers while they're devastated, while they're going through a whole lot of bullshit. And when you read the paper, Black Lives Matter literally be having people sign over the fact that if we give you money, you can't pursue justice with the police officers. They say that they have rights to like sell stories and write books about your family member. Basically, while you're in turmoil, they're playing you to sign all the rights away to your child's story and benefit. And they'll give you money. But in order to give you money, you have to not talk against the police. You have to not. So y'all wonder why we don't never get no goddamn justice in the courtroom. A lot of these families, and I'm not even going to call out some of their names because some of y'all going to get upset. You're going to say, Michi, you're hating. You're going to clutch your motherfucking pearls. If I told you the names of people today, one that I hold very dear and near to my heart, her son is the reason partly why I do what I do. Because that case affected me like nobody else's. If I shouted out the names to y'all of these people who have given money to the police department when they got their settlements, but you don't know that, or who have promised not to speak against the police, so you wonder why they're never saying shit like fuck the police. They signed a contract not to do that. There's groups of they have the elite and the non-elite. When your child dies, they decide who they're going to put in an elite group. These motherfuckers is happy to be superstars over their kids' deaths. They got fame over what happened. And that's all they give a fuck about. And I just need y'all to remember, everybody doesn't have a good family. So just because their child gets murdered by the police don't mean that they mama automatically a good mama, they daddy a good daddy. They family could have been shitty as fuck. Just like when people die at funerals and they fight over the goddamn clothes you got in your closet. Sometimes these families don't give no fuck about their child. And they'll gladly take that check because they was a shitty motherfucking parent when their child was alive. Y'all ain't ready for this conversation though. We don't have no real active. For every activist you think is a real motherfucking activist that's on the front row, they're not. They want the cycle to keep going because that's how their motherfuckers stay paid. And I'm finna bring you all the proof of it, all the receipts and all the motherfucking evidence of the shit I always been telling you though. So this past week, 2 weeks has been really, really interesting. Just the shit that has come to light. And of course, I'm going to enlighten you because that's what I do. Okay. Now that I have seen the proof of shit. So with that said, y'all, we're going to, BLM is on some bullshit, Kimberly. Shout out to everybody on MX Network. And I want y'all to remember, we're going to have that conversation too. I am done from all of my work. My boot camps is over. I'm back to all the other stuff that I need to be doing. So y'all going to see me more. But we are going to have that conversation. Black Lives Matter. Y'all thought they got dismantle. They didn't. They just kind of separate. And another bitch was like, I'm not with them. I'm grassroots. But she doing the same thing, and she been there from the beginning. So we're going to get into all of that, but not today. So with that said, y'all, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. Hit that notification bell so you'll get notified. And y'all can go over to MX Network if you're watching too many commercials on YouTube and it's pissing you off. Go over to MX Network. You guys can watch it without that. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Laverne says, I'm a member, Michi, and need to know how to take online classes. What's the step to get it? I've tried to help. So if I don't know if you're a member of MX Network, there is actually, if you have a subscription, there is a video on there that I did in the money talk section, and it was like a 2-hour class. I went over the different ways to make money online. I didn't go into depth with each one, but it's over a 2-hour video, and I talk about how to market, and I start with the freeways all the way up. So that'll give you some idea. But as far as my classes online, I'm taking a break from doing classes online. I'm going to do some other stuff. So no boot camps, no classes. I'm going to close for all of those that have consultation or mentorship packages. That's fine, but I'm getting ready to close all of that out too. I'm gonna spend my time doing some other stuff right now. So I don't have no classes going on. But if you want me to come to your area, go ahead, book that room at the library, Laverne, and let me come to your city and help y'all. I can do that. So that's what I can tell you. But you can also go watch that video. It was a ton of information in there for anybody who did watch that live. Okay. And if you are a paid subscriber to MX Network, you can go and watch that video. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to go to war? Okay, because they say that we were supposed to be going to war, right? So first of all, let's just unpack a couple of things that might be small things that people overlook. First of all, let's go to the Trump issue. Everybody is like, oh, fuck Trump. He's trying to start war. He blew up their facilities and this, and that. I just want to make a point to you guys in this. I want you to recognize and realize that every president, Obama, Kamala, let it come out of her mouth. You got all kind of presidents, even before Obama. Many of them, Biden even said this shit. But all of them have said that Iran should not have nuclear capabilities and they should be destroyed. They've been saying this, but none of them have acted. Like all politicians who run their mouth and say some shit that sound really good, right? But they don't necessarily do what they say that they're going to do. Okay, so they've all said what Trump said, but they didn't do what Trump did. Okay, and if you don't know and you've been missing the news, you don't watch TV like me, you need to be caught up. So we're not going to get too in depth with Israel because we know that you can't talk about Israel on these platforms. Okay, but we already know that America is going to be an ally to Israel. America's not allowed to not support Israel. Let's just be clear in that. America's not allowed to not support Israel. That's not how this works. They don't really have a choice in the matter. Now, we're not going to go into detail of why that is, but a lot of y'all should know that if you've been watching me. If you knew, just stay tuned. We will have that conversation, but we're going to have to do that on MX Network and not over here at all, because you would think that me cussing people out or using foul language or saying some of the stuff I say is what would get me in trouble. But all of my videos over time that have been taken down off of YouTube, anything that has got me demonetized or videos that they take away, have actually been videos where I spent time expressing Israel, the Jews, and things of that nature, right? And then, of course, when COVID was going on, they said I was giving misinformation about the vaccination, although everything I said was right, and now they're admitting to it. Ain't that how it always fucking go? And so we'll have that conversation another time. But America don't have the right to not support Israel. The fuck you talking about? We don't have no choice in the matter, okay? So of course they're going to support that. So Israel is fighting with Iran. America decides, Trump says, well, let's blow up their nuclear facilities so they don't have the capabilities to, drop a nuclear bomb on anybody. Okay. And so then they're like, oh, you want to play America. So guess what? We gonna get you back, bitch. Get involved if you want to. And it's gonna be problems. So this is what they said. I'm giving y'all the hood version of what happened. So, and then Trump did what he did. And they said, oh, okay, you want to play, motherfucker? We got you. And so they have threatened with a lot of things that they could do, sleeper cells that's in this country, which you should be concerned about. And the reason why you should be concerned about them is because It's because, didn't we talk about all of the immigrants that were brought into this country? I want y'all to think about that. Do y'all remember when we were watching all of these immigrants come into this country? And I said, do you notice how it's a bunch of people coming across the border and they're all men? They're all in their 20s and in their 30s. They don't have their families with them. So if you running and seeking asylum, why are you here but you're not here with your family? Do y'all remember that? Who are all these people coming into the country? Do you remember the man who stood in the fucking camera? Walk with me now. I know y'all ain't forgot this fast. Do you remember the man that stood in the camera and he said, if you don't know who I am, you'll find out soon enough? Do y'all remember the man that told everybody that on the camera? And come to find out, the man is like a threat and like a terrorist, and he's on a list, but they still let the motherfucker loose in the country. Do we remember that? So let's be honest. The reality of sleeper cells being here that could set some shit off is very real. For people to think that America is so safe, oh, they can never drop a bomb on us. Oh, they can never invade our airspace. Oh, they can never do this and they can never do that. How do you know the things that they are? Other countries are smarter than that, in the sense that you don't give them enough credit. They do understand that the best way to get to America is within. And because America and stupid ass motherfucking Democratic parties and other folks will allow all of these immigrants to come in, they'll just come into your country and just sit. The weapon is already here. The weapon is here. The fucking weapon is here on some Umar shit. I'm gonna say it 3 times. The fucking weapon is already here. I don't know what you think they finna drop in the sky. I'm not waiting on that. Now, somebody brought up earlier, you guys, that somebody brought up 9/11. I'm glad you said that, because we're gonna speak to that, right? Because I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that they're saying that there's a ceasefire, right? And some of you have already told me what you saw. I saw the same thing too. And so they're saying that it's a ceasefire, you guys, and this is what Trump and the American news is reporting. I will tell y'all time and time again, y'all should learn to watch news that is out of this country. Stop just watching the American news. Shout out to Samantha for the super sticker. Thank you for that. I want y'all to think about that, right? Watch news outside of the United States. You're going to get a whole nother story. You're going to watch how people actually see our country from outside, but you also going to see how much shit America be lying about, okay? And so I want y'all to really think about this. The news is like, oh, there's supposed to be a ceasefire and all of this. And then what does Iran say? Iran says, ain't no ceasefire. Now, if these motherfuckers quit bombing us, we might consider not retaliating, but until we know that's going to happen, ain't no damn ceasefire. This is what they said. Now, you don't think Iran is already mad whether they ceasefire or not that America blew up their nuclear facilities? Y'all don't think they already mad about that? Somebody said they watched the Australian news, Al Jazeera. I watch all of them too. Y'all don't think that they already mad about that? So what I want to come and say to y'all in all of this, right? I don't know if it's a ceasefire or if it's not a ceasefire, but how many of y'all have lived in this country comfortably all of your damn life, and we hear about talks of war, we hear about shit that's going on, and you think that when Iran got hit or anybody that we hit and America puts their nose in other people's business, what did Iran do? They tried to hit up the American the stations that they had there, right? The military bases. And so they tried to bomb them. Of course, they did not succeed because the missiles were intercepted and blown up. So it didn't happen. But you be thinking, oh, well, they're going to bomb our people over there. Some people Americans got family over there. They might lose some loved ones. You don't ever think about on this soil. Let me tell you something about AI. When we talk about AI and systems that are supposed to make things more efficient, which is finna take your job and fuck life altogether up a whole lot. It's really interesting, but there's going to come a time you're going to hate the fact that AI is taking over everything. Enjoy it now because it's going to make you cry later. Mark my words. I'm going to just say it for right now. We're going to leave it here. A couple of years, we'll take a look at it and you can tell me how you fucking feel about what it's done. But what you must understand is that we have too much shit that is ran these days on systems, on AI, on stuff that is automatic and does its own thing. And so even if Iran or other countries can't drop a bomb in this motherfucker, aside from sleeper cells, you do know that they can cyber attack your ass. And that is one thing that they threaten. So what does that mean? See, here we go. Michi always seems extreme. Oh, she talk about you got to be prepared like the zombies gonna come out. No, the cyber attack's gonna come out. How many of you watched the movie Leave the World Behind? And wasn't that the name of it? The fucking movie Obama made? I think it's on Netflix or something. Y'all watch the movie? How many of y'all watch me long enough that you understand what primers are? They use movie and TVs for primers. So why was this movie made? Y'all do know that that movie was about a cyber attack. They touch us to touch us. So what happened if cyber attacks happen? If you in a plane and you flying somewhere and they come up on them systems, I hope your ass ain't the one in the plane. You saw what the fuck happened when we talk about our water system. We take for granted that you're going to turn your faucet on and it's always going to be clean water running out of there. Now, I've never gotten in depth in this, but your water that you drink out of the faucet comes from shitty toilet water, sewage water, and other kind of bullshit. If you don't know that, 2025, you should fucking wake up and know that. So these facilities filter all that shit out the water before they give it to your ass through your sink. So without the plants working to filter the water, you can't drink shitty water, your ass gonna die. And if you don't drink any water after 3 or 4 days, you gonna fucking die. How many of y'all take for granted that your water gonna always be good for you? How many of you even thought about the fact that if the water goes on, it'll come back on? If the power goes out, it'll come back on. Okay. Keep on thinking that. If today has not opened your eyes to be prepared for all kind of shit, you are too comfortable in this country. And if you are a Black person, that is a problem, because out of all the people in this country, Black people ought to know first and foremost, you should never trust this fucking government. You should know that you're going to be the first to be affected in everything. You should always be prepared for the oppressor's bullshit. If you think we can't be touched, you're wrong. You are so wrong. And let me bring something else to y'all attention, and let's go down this rabbit hole just a little bit more. Somebody brought up 9/11. Now, we know the truth about 9/11, do we not? Was 9/11 our government or was it somebody else's government? I can say, y'all can say it in the chat. Was it our government or somebody else's government? So you think with all of this stuff going on right now that your government wouldn't use this also as a time? Because see, this is what we have to understand as American people. Stop trusting in your government, because while you're worried about Iran doing something to us, you should also be worried about your government. They use these situations as like false flags. Maybe Iran won't do anything, but who's to say they won't blow some shit up and then blame it on Iran? They won't blow some shit up and tell you it was a sleeper cell. They won't fuck some shit up or poison some shit in the water or turn some shit off or put you in the dark or cut your shit down and tell you it's a cyber attack and somebody else did it, but the whole time it's them motherfuckers. Does anybody in here think that your government don't do shit like that? Find it amazing. I've been listening to the conversations on here about the war, about what's going on, and nobody has talked about it in this perspective. It's entertaining, but as the citizens, we the motherfuckers left standing like dumbasses to have to deal with the travesties of what's going on. Now, 1 minute the news is telling you that there's a ceasefire, but if you have noticed, if you go Google it, they said it was a ceasefire a couple hours ago. If you go Google the news, the latest news from 44 minutes ago, they're still telling you about cities that are on high alert, and y'all should be waiting and y'all should be careful because in New York, LA, DC, all of these places are targets that can happen. So my question is it a ceasefire? Or should we be concerned and still be on alert because something can happen to the people in this city? Which one is it? Because the same news is telling you opposite shit. Which one is it? Should I be worried or is there a ceasefire? Is Iran going to fuck us up or is our government going to fuck us up? That's the question you should be asking, which one? We live in a time and a day and an age. I'm sorry to tell y'all need to stop feeling so protected in this goddamn country. I know that everybody act like America's so protected and it is the best country, but I want you to know that there is a lot that can happen to you. I'm going to get more in depth on tomorrow about this, but I want to also bring up again, while we have these talks of war, right? Because again, I've heard enough fucking propaganda from this government. I don't give a fuck what none of them is talking about, right? Even everybody who be like, oh, she's a Trump supporter. No, I'm very entertained by Trump and the shit that they play off and they let him get away with. He got a smart ass mouth. He's probably the most shit talkingest president that we've ever had. I like a shit talker, so I'm gonna listen to him talk shit. But the bottom line, everything is what it is. And that's the thing, y'all pick sides. If you down with the government and you ain't, I don't give a fuck who they put up there to represent them the fuck. Shout out to Derek. Thank you for the super chat. Says they've been pushing the sleeper cell stuff with the temperatures outside. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a cyber attack on the grid and then blame it on Iran. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for the super chat. But this is what I'm saying to y'all. Just because first of all, you don't know Iran not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you blow my shit up, bitch, I'm coming to get your ass. You ain't even just blow my shit up. But if Iran does it, that does not mean the threat is neutralized. Our government will do that shit. Now, let's keep going. Let's go down this rabbit hole a little bit more. Now, why do you say that the government would do that, Nietzsche? That's crazy. What would be the purpose of that? Okay. So remember, we've had this conversation about depopulation. We've had this conversation in this deep ass rabbit hole of population control. First, you must depopulate, then you must control the population you have. I already told y'all that is part of why you see this transgender movement and all of this stuff, because they are pumping these hormone blockers into children. They are trying to promote them fucking up their body and their reproductive systems so that the next generation of our society will not be able to birth children naturally without intervention from AI and technology to have these children. I've already told you, you do not have to fucking believe me. I don't fucking care if you don't. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't change the fact that what I'm telling you is true. There is a facility that is working to open in a couple of years. It is a real facility, and this facility is a birthing center. They're going to have artificial wombs. They have already cloned human beings and animals. This is not conspiracy theory talk. You can Google. Go watch a YouTube video right now of the first human being cloned. They don't even lie about the shit no more. They have cloned human beings. They have cloned animals. So with this technology and the knowledge that they have gained, they are going to play God. The next generation won't birth babies the same. You'll take your boyfriend and they'll be a same-sex couple because this gender bullshit. 2 women, 2 men. That's why they pressing this shit. It ain't really about that. It's about controlling the population once you depopulate this motherfucker. You can go to these facilities. You can give them your DNA. They can create a baby for you, and they can give you your goddamn baby after the baby has been incubated and birthed in an artificial womb. Go look it up. You don't have to believe me. Go look it up, right? And so the question is, how do they depopulate? Did not the World Health Organization tell us it's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when the next pandemic will strike, and that it will be worse than the last one? Did they not say that? Now I want you to pay attention to this though. Who says that it has to be a pandemic? See, this is how your government play games. They put that propaganda out there. They listen to everybody online talk about, oh, it's about to be another pandemic. So just because you think that's how they're going to come and get you, it's like, if you're in a tactical situation and somebody is over here and I know that they waiting on me behind this tree, I'm going to throw something over here. And they're going to pay attention to the noise over here. And then I'm going to come and get them on this side, right? So that whole scenario of making people think we're going to throw another pandemic at them, which they might, but we're so enthralled in that, you don't think that they might just not get rid of us in another way and blame it on a war? And I know this shit sound like it's made for TV, but it's real. If your government has done it before, what makes you think that they won't do it again? Our government has attacked us. Our government has poisoned us. Our government has played these games. So my question is, why are you so sure they won't do these things now? Why? There will come a time in this country, I can't tell you if it's going to be through a virus, a pandemic, through a play war, through sleeper cells. I mean, I want you to think about just the last things that we've seen recently in New Orleans. Those men, that man that blew up the Tesla in front of the Trump Towers, the man that ran his car through the crowd in New Orleans, you do realize all of those were American military people? Military that belonged to our military. Not some foreigner who came over and was in here sneaking and hiding. Those were our military. You ain't never thought about that? Like, what the fuck? So I don't know what it will be. But what I do know that I will promise you, something is going to happen. And it's going to happen while I'm still alive. It won't be another 50 years from now, 40 years from now. Something's going to happen that is going to depopulate this country so that they can do what it is that they want to do. Depopulation is part of the New World Order. Everybody keeps fucking talking to me about Project 2025. You don't see it in full effect? No, bitch, I don't. What I see in full effect is the New World Order. That's what I see. Okay. Shout out to you, John. John says, you talking about transhumanism rights. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know what y'all want to call it. Y'all call it whatever y'all want. I'm talking about the fact that they are bringing. Why are they bringing this shit into our society? There's a reason why. Why do you think the government goes this hard? You really think that they? At one point in time in our government, y'all, because I went to school for psychology. Do you know that being somebody that didn't see your body right, wanting to be a transgender, wanting to cut off your body and become another sex, that was actually body dysmorphia. You saw it wrong, and that's not what your body is like. And they consider that a mental disorder. So why do you think the government all of a sudden is acting like this is okay? Like, it's ridiculous the way that they really want to act like men are women and women can be men. Although they press the men issue being women, I don't really see them fighting too much for the women being men, but the men being women. You really think our government believes it's okay? It's always a deeper fucking agenda. Always. They know this shit is ridiculous. Obama was the president that ushered in the LGBTQ community and brought in all this trans shit and all the rights and all the stuff that was in the school. I would like to introduce you to the president named Trump, right? And Trump is our president that is here to introduce you to the New World Order. Y'all don't see it because y'all didn't believe the New World Order was real. Anybody who has studied that long before this fucking Project 2025, shut the fuck up. Most of y'all even read Project 2025, but I can tell you with my eyes, I see the New World Order unfolding every fucking day. And Trump is the president that's bringing that shit in. This is why I sit back and watch and laugh. Because it's an agenda. Y'all don't even see it. Y'all really think it's about hating an orange man who's racist. He say smart shit. We supposed to hate him. What you supposed to do is fucking open your eyes and get ready for what's coming for your ass. Because what's coming for your ass was coming whether Trump was the fucking president or not. But you don't know that. Most of y'all don't. Don't talk to me about Project 2025. Talk to me about the New World Order. See, this is what we've been talking about since I was 17, seeing the evidence and the proof of these things, and they're happening today. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. Michi, you so right. Us blacks wake up. We need to wake up. And again, we are the first to be affected because we are the last to be prepared for any of this stuff. I say that to y'all all the time. So let me break down the New World Order for y'all in case you don't understand it, right? New World Order said that we were going to, right? We were going to have a cashless society. Yes. Did you not just see that there was a bill passed talking about regulating digital currency? Yes or no? Did y'all not know that? Like, while all this is going on, bills are being passed every day. So a bill was just passed to start to regulate digital currency. Why would the government be talking about regulating digital currency if they weren't talking about using digital currency as our currency? Which means there won't be no cash. Trump came out talking about XRP, a specific cryptocurrency. A digital currency, right? A specific one. Now, when we talk about the cashless society, let me take you back to COVID. They got you ready for that shit. COVID told you that you had to have exact change because they weren't giving out change. So you didn't want to give your whole $5 bill if you couldn't get change back when what you was buying was only $1.50. So what did we all start doing? Pulling out our debit card. They were preparing us by not telling us, by just putting us through the motions so that we would become repetition beings like we are. And the more you pull out your card, so many of us, the pandemic is over and we still don't carry cash on us. They got you ready without telling you, you need to be ready for this. The New World Order talked about being more monitored and controlled by the government. Baby, we live in an open air prison. Do you not know that? Do you not know that? Do you know what an open air prison is? I dare you all to go watch a video on an open air prison. They're going to show you Palestine. And the open air prison was created for them by Israel. Now, the way they do it to us is not the way they force it on the Palestinians, but baby, it's the same. Go in your community. How many cameras are on every block in your fucking community? Fart and tell me a motherfucker don't have a record of it. If goddamn person in the window, somebody know. Your phone, listen to everything that you fucking say. You think you have privacy in America? That's the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard. They gave you cool technology. They forced it on the Palestinians. They eased it in on your ass. You have to give permission for Instagram to download Instagram and all these other apps. They need access to your phone, to your microphone. Yes? You think it's access so that you can talk and go live on Instagram. No, when you give them access to your microphone, that means they actually can listen in on your microphone, read the fine print. So I want you to tell me what thing knows who you are more than your spouse knows who you are or your children? Your phone. Your phone knows everything that you watch, everything that you search, everything that you look at, everything that you like, everything that you want. Your phone looks at all of your phone conversations that you have with people, all the conversations you have, all the text messages you have. Your phone knows everywhere you go. It knows your patterns. It knows your algorithm. It knows when you go to work every day, when you're outside of that algorithm. For a whole month, this motherfucker done went to work and went home. But this weekend, they went to work. They went somewhere else a couple of times. This is different. This is not their normal algorithm. You are starting to be looked at as an algorithm. You don't know that? When you put the phone down, the phone knows you're sleeping because you don't got it in your hand. Or if it's working hours, then you're at work. If it can listen to your microphone, it knows when you're snoring, when you're sleeping, when you're fucking, what you eat, what you order from DoorDash. It knows your deepest, darkest fucking secrets. Stop playing with me. And you know who knows all of this about you? The fucking government. You think you have some privacy? This is the New World Order, baby. And part of the New World Order was depopulation. It was keeping control of people. It was also building fenced-in communities. Those things are all coming next. We have them here and there nice. I laugh when I look across the street. We have this wonderful, my community is a private community, but we don't have a gate, right? We just drive into our shit. I refuse to live behind a fucking prison gate, right? But the people across the street, they got a gate. And anytime somebody decides to lock that gate, bitch, unless you climbing over this motherfucker, you'll stay in here if we tell you to stay in here. You're not putting me behind no gate. Gated communities. When we talked about the New World Order, they talked about holding facilities in all of these different states for what we would call FEMA camps. Why do they have all these empty army bases, military bases in the United States of America? How many of you remember when they brought in all of those coffin liners and they brought them here and sat them on land right here in Georgia? Why are they here? They ain't going no fucking where. You think your government is preparing for mass deaths and buying these graves and cleaning out facilities because there's nowhere to use them? They're not going to use them on anybody or do anything with it? You'd be crazy to think that. Everything they did in COVID was preparing you for where we're getting ready to go. Trump, the New World Order, the key word here is new. New. You're mad at Trump because Trump keeps tearing down every fucking institution we have. But you don't need it anymore for the New World Order. You don't need the Department of Education. You're not going to be going to school, neither are your children. AI is going to teach your kids. COVID did it at home when they gave your kids a laptop and they fucking sent you home. Right now, there are schools. If you think I'm lying all this shit I'm telling you, you could go fucking Google it. There are schools right now that have babysitters that watch the kids. They're not teachers. They're not certified because each kid is being taught on a laptop by an AI program that is just based on them. Every kid's learning is different. Right now. If AI is taking over all of your jobs, and when I say all of them, I mean all of them, what the fuck do you need college for? You don't. So while y'all upset, oh, he's taking down the Department of Justice, I actually see why he's taking down the Department of Justice, because it's not needed anymore. Not where we're going. It's not going to be needed. This is why he's taking everything down. Oh, he going after the IRS. Yeah, he did this big old bill with all these taxes and shit like that. But let me tell you something. All that's not going to matter, because if everybody is receiving a universal income, which is the fucking, what was that check they gave us during COVID? The goddamn COVID check they gave everybody. You sat at home and you got them checks gladly. It's not earned income, so you don't pay taxes on income that's not earned. So when you all get a universal basic income, and if you think I'm lying, go look up universal basic income. You will see there are programs right now after COVID happened in many states where they are doing pilot programs. Governments only do pilot programs on shit they finna implement. You're not gonna pay no fucking taxes on the money the government give you, so there ain't gonna be no goddamn IRS. I don't give a fuck what it look like right now. So it made sense to me that he was saying the shit he was saying, why he got rid of so many agents. Yeah, I know he got this big, beautiful bill and you think it's going to be taxes. Give it a couple more years. Trump will be out of office before you see it will be out of office, and then it will probably be enacted. But I promise you, there will come a time where everybody will be gaining universal basic income, and most people will not have a tax to pay because you won't have a fucking job. So you shouldn't be... Why he doing this? If you understood what they're doing to us, you would fucking know why they're doing everything that they're doing. Oh, he's taking away money from Medicaid. He's taking away money from Section 8 and everything else. Oh, these tiny houses are so cute. They made nothing but fancy ass slave quarters. They making all these tiny houses because y'all motherfuckers finna live in that shit. You about to be in a tiny house. Watch. In a fucking tiny house. All of the systems that we have known them, they are going away. There's a whole new structure. And I think the fucked up part about it is I kept telling y'all, as we, the people, if we would have got up and we rebel against this bullshit, I already told y'all that at the end, I don't know what's going to come out of the ashes, but I think we should have told this motherfucker down. And at the end of the day, whatever rises out of those ashes, one thing I know for sure is that it won't be the country that we had before. It'll be something different. But you are not willing to do that. America is not willing to do that, right? So what is happening is the government is tearing itself down so that it can rebuild, but it's rebuilding what it wants to rebuild for us. It's not us demanding the rebuilding. They are rebuilding something that we really ain't going to be able to fight against. See, we used to take our guns and we could march to the steps and we could be like, fuck this shit, let's overthrow some shit. You're not finna do that with AI. I want you to go fight some robots. This is going to be the most interesting shit I've ever seen. Please just pop up your camera for you get ready to fucking fight a robot. I want to see the shit. I do. I want to see it. I'm living to see this. I want to see you fight a fucking robot. When RoboCop beats your ass, who the fuck you gonna sue for police brutality? It's a fucking robot. Shout out to you, Derek. Derek gave another super chat, said, so true. The Patriot Act that was signed back in the early 2000s after 9/11 allows the government to see everything. Everything. Vicky said, I heard he's the last president. He might be. Said our next president might be a robot. Okay, I'm just playing. You never know. But I will tell you this. When Trump gets out of the White House, he been the motherfucker. Y'all, somebody help me. I feel like Trump, so much shit has taken place. I feel like this nigga been president already. The 4 years is not up. 4 years is not up. And it's just me. Y'all don't feel like so much has happened. Don't it seem like this motherfucker been president for a long ass time? A long time. It's been a year yet? No, it hasn't at all. Watch how much shit is going to be different by the time Trump gets out the White House. Somebody said only 6 months. The first year, 6 months. Somebody said you ain't playing robots going to become citizens. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. There's already a motherfucking bitch in another country. What's her name? And they gave her citizenship as a humanoid robot. Why they calling them humanoids? There's nothing human about you, but you see how they trying to get them rights? Hell yeah. What? Y'all gonna be walking around this motherfucker talking to people, and just like we be seeing a man, and we be like, is that a transgender? Like, it looked like a woman, but I can't tell if that's a man or a woman. You're gonna be looking at robots like that, and you're gonna be like, is this nigga is this a robot or is this a human being? You ain't gonna be able to tell. You gonna have sorry motherfuckers walking around here with robot girlfriends talking about we just got married last week. There's a whole robot you fucking and in love with and in your bed. That's a sad ass fucking society to live in. The day I gotta lay down with a fucking robot to have a boyfriend is the day I just don't need a boyfriend. They already got fucking robot boyfriends and girlfriends. So what I really want y'all to understand in all of this, do not get caught up in the hoopla of the war, what's going on, what they gonna do, if somebody gonna hit something, and what's gonna happen to us. I'm just asking y'all to be prepared for your own sake. So I want to go over again with you really quickly, regardless of what the news is saying. We're just going to sit back and wait and see what happens. You must remember, in the midst of this war that we are looking at right now, we also have the rioters still rioting in our country. We still have cities with riots going on right now. With the National Guard, people on the streets, them motherfuckers didn't go in the house. Y'all thought it was over. See, that's the thing. The news has moved on to a new story because they're talking about the war. But that doesn't mean that the last stories a week ago is not still happening. Do y'all think because the news is not talking about it that the riots have gone away? They haven't. Motherfuckers are still rioting all over this country. Do you know? Did y'all hear me earlier when I told you? Hear me good. They broke into the ICE facility center, busted in that bitch, and let the goddamn people in the facility out. I just want y'all to let that sink in for a minute. Do you not smell martial law coming? You don't smell a state of emergency? You don't think that this shit could lead to other stuff? And the way that these motherfuckers acting, do you think that if they tell them, go in the house, you got a curfew, you think they're going to give a fuck? The military was already given that was on the streets. Did y'all not hear the motherfucking, who was it? What state was it in? The motherfucker, the governor, he told they ass that, or their mayor, I don't remember what state it was. He told them motherfuckers that if you don't take your ass in the house, he said, and if you out here burning shit and destroying shit and causing acts of violence, he said, if we catch you trying to be violent or destroy property or setting shit on fire, we will shoot you dead, graveyard dead. This is what he said. So have you forgot that just a couple of weeks ago they were given permission to start killing motherfuckers if they was in the streets doing burning shit, keep throwing rocks at the police and everything else? I actually saw a video where I saw them shoot a lady. They did. They shot her ass. Y'all ain't seen no video? I saw a video online. Woman walking down the street. She told the Marines that she had to get to the apartment building behind her, and that's where she lived. And he said, "Ma'am, I told you to back the fuck up." He told her once. The second time, he shot her ass. And she was laying in the street crying. The lady was like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" I told the bitch to go away, but she was just trying to go home. So what y'all think is going on when y'all be at home, like frying fish and making spaghetti? Like, y'all cool in y'all kitchen, but do you know what the fuck is going on outside? Going back to the cashless thing and the money, how many of you know in Florida that they also announced that they are going to be using silver and gold as a currency? Did you ever think that you would hear that in 2025? How many of you know that? So they're accepting that as a currency or a way for people to purchase things. And this is in Florida. Listen to the talk that's coming out of people's mouths. Everything that you've known about America, our systems, the way they are run, all of that shit is getting ready to change right now. And I just want y'all to be prepared. Don't sit back and be so damn comfortable in your life and in your situations that you're secure. As Black people, especially, if we understand what the government is to us and who our oppressors are, I don't want you to ever be trusting of them. So let me say this again, as I've said it so many damn times, right? Do not take for granted nor trust that every time you turn on your light switch, your power will be on because you paid the light bill. Just because you paid the light bill is no guarantee that power is going to always come on. Between the war going on, between martial law or things like that with the protesters going on, they could easily cut the power. They could. And you could be without power for a week, 2, 30 days. What would you do? What would you do? How many of you don't think that it's realistic that you could be without power for a whole fucking month or more? And then my question would be, have you ever stopped to ask yourself everything that runs on electricity in your house? Okay, you think about just lights. Like, does that mean that you can't then charge your phones to have communication? Like, do you need to keep medication cold so that you're able to use it? Is there anybody in your house that's on machines or things that they need and you need the electricity from it? Is it cold when the power goes out and you need the electricity to heat your house? Is it hot as fuck where you live, like in Vegas? And if the power goes out, you don't have any air? Like, have y'all really thought about everything that's affected when you don't have power and the shit don't come back on the next morning? Oh, the power was out last night, but it's back on. How about this is day 18 and it still ain't no motherfucking power? Then if the power goes out in your house, not just does that affect you, what if the power is out in the city? So your power's out in your house, you can't drink the water because that shit is down. They tell you to boil the water on the stove, but you have an electric stove. What the fuck are you going to do? I just want y'all to think about that. What are you going to do? Because we think in our heads that this shit will never happen. You too comfortable. You depend on the people we claim are our oppressors way too fucking much to be Black people. You got to stop being comfortable with them. Why would you trust them? Did we trust Massa on the plantation? What are you trusting the government for? And have you noticed that they have slowly taken every God-given thing that you have away from you so you don't have the ability to fulfill the things you need for yourself when they take it away? See, that's the greatest thing your enemy can ever do is make you codependent on them so that you need them for your livelihood and then snatch that motherfucker away from you. That's the greatest thing your enemy could ever fucking do to you. But you can't let them be your dependency. You can't depend on them for everything. Shout out to you, Chris, in the house. Chris always in here showing love. Thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Chris says, well, I wonder how many people is going to take the barcode on their forehead and a chip in the hand. Okay, so I don't think we're going to have a barcode on our forehead, Chris. I won't be cute. I don't want a barcode on my forehead. It's already big enough. It's just going to make it stand out more. I'm not taking a barcode, okay? Because it's going to mess my forehead up. I'm not doing that. But there is a form of that. A lot of people talk about the mark of the beast and, that's that biblical stuff. And they talk about a barcode on this and that. No, but I will give y'all some real shit, y'all. During COVID, you can go look. Everything I'm telling you can go look up. And I'm not pulling all this shit up for you. I know it's a lot of YouTubers will be like, look at this. Look at that. Look. I'm not fucking doing that because at the end of the day, y'all need to learn to think for yourself. So at the very least, if you don't believe me, go look it up because the shit is right the fuck there. But during COVID, the Pentagon actually created a chip. And this chip was designed to hold your information on it. It was also designed to take your temperature and things of that nature. So it could see if a person had a high fever to deal with COVID and things like that. But this chip also carries all your stuff on it. You can actually go online. I will go look that up for you. There's a website right now where you can buy it yourself. It comes with a syringe. It's the chip. You program it and put all of your wallet information on it, all of your ID information, and then you can stick it in your hand. So there is a chip. And I want you to know, did y'all notice everywhere we go now, how many of you went from sliding your debit card in to tapping it? You tap it now. Boop, boop, boop. See, this is the way the government works. They do some shit in a very not obvious fashion. Okay. And they do it in a way that it gets you used to doing it, but you don't realize the reason they're having you do it. So first you went from giving cash to swiping your card. Now we tap our card. You know how easy it's going to go from tapping that card to tapping your hand? Y'all remember when Goody Mob said, put your hand over the scanner, no more fishing for your dish? It's because he scanned his chip. He didn't have any funds on the chip. And so he wasn't able to buy any food. Now, Amazon had already set up something where you could program the system and use your hand to pay for your stuff. But what it was really doing was it was saving your handprint to your credit card information, right? But there will come a time where the chip that you have will actually just be read and you'll be able to tap your hand. So instead of telling you that's what we're going to do, they just get you used to tapping by tapping your debit card. Next, you're going to be tapping your motherfucking hand. Mark my words. If you think I'm lying, again, I don't give a fuck. right? But the Pentagon already created that chip. Do you think the government used their technology and their efforts and their money to create a chip they're not going to use? You do realize that everything that you see that the government is doing, they already had these things planned many years before they ever implemented it. All this AI technology and shit that we see, the fucking government done been had AI robot shit that fight in war, machines they done created. They have already experimented with this shit. That first in the other country, that first robot bitch, Sophia or whatever her name is, they built that bitch 10 years ago. 10 years ago. None of this shit is new to them. The Pentagon didn't get that chip for nothing. So just wait. So, Chris, I do not think it will be a barcode on our forehead, but there will definitely be a chip in your hand. And that is where all of your stuff will be. When we talk about this real ID, what you need a real ID for? Real? Was the other one not real? Was I not the real me? I want you to go look at everything when you go get a real ID. I want you to go and pay attention to the paper you sign and all that you're signing over by having that real ID. You really think why we need to go get an ID with a star on it? Like, what really makes that different than the other one? It's the things and the rights you're signing over. Just like when you downloaded Instagram and you ain't pay attention to them goddamn things, and they said we want access to your phone, your microphone, your texts, all of that shit, and you said okay, and you didn't really realize why. You do know you do not have to have a real ID. You can have a regular ID, and then you can just travel with your passport. You don't have to have a real ID. But think about this is America. If I got an ID, I've been in this motherfucker all my life. I'm an American. I got a driver's license. You telling me if I don't go get the star, I can't travel domestically? I can't go from one state to the next. I want y'all to let that sink in. This is America. And we are not allowed to travel from state to state unless we go and get the credentials they want us to have, which what is the reason for it? Because the ID I had before now was just fine. You got to start asking yourself what the fuck they doing this shit for and why. Start asking those questions whenever it's your government. Now, did not forget where we was. I wanted to answer Chris's question, but now let's go from the lights to food. You are so sure that when you get up every day and you need to go to the grocery store, there's going to be a grocery store, first of all, for you to go buy some fucking food from. Second of all, that there's going to be food on the shelves in that grocery store, and that will always be the motherfucking case. I want y'all to think about that. Now let's go down this imaginary thing of if you got up one day and you didn't have no food, you didn't stock up on any food, you don't have anything in your house, and then you decide to go to the store and you realize because whatever's going on, there could be a cyber attack that could happen. The power could go down. Check this out here. How about it's all kind of food on the shelf? It's in your face. Yum, yum, yum. There go to a motherfucking Debbie cake snacks. I'm a fat girl, so I see the Debbie cakes over there. And then you got the food over here. You got the juices over there. The food is in your face, but the store's not letting you in. Why? Because the fucking power is out. You do know that if the power goes down, on top of all the shit that happens in your home, you do know that the banks won't work. The ATM machines do not work. When you go to the store, if the power is out, they cannot slide that to take your debit card. That means you can't get no gas. That means even if the stores were open, they cannot take any money to sell you any fucking food. I just want y'all to think about it for a minute. This is why it's important to have cash on you in small amounts, not big bills, but have something. Because when I talked about the power going out, I'm just talking about the stuff within your home. Communication, your cell phone, eventually being able to charge it, any of those kind of things, all of the stuff that runs in your house on electricity, it can put you in a position where you can't drink water. And you're like, fine, I'm just going to go to the store and get bottled water. But wait. All you have is your debit card. And the ATMs are all down. They do not work. And the machines in the stores don't work. So where are you getting water from? Now, melanated. Yes. Somebody said stealing. Well, you brought me to the favorite point of our conversation because, I would be a little violent. I like a little violence sometimes. I do. And for those of No, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all gonna be in a world of hurt. Yes, motherfuckers gonna be stealing. Because see, when it's the survival of the fittest, if I can't go to the store and get no food, we gonna steal the food out of the store. So what's gonna happen? Rioting's gonna happen. We gonna start stealing all the shit out the store. And that might be cool for a week or two. Now, what happens when nothing's on the fucking shelves in the store? Because everybody stole it all. Now they're gonna kick in your, if you got the food, I'm kicking in your door. I'm coming to take your food, I'm coming to take your supplies. That's what the fuck is gonna happen. But y'all think this is a sitcom on Netflix. Is not real life. This could never happen to us. And I want you to realize I have not given you some giant, ridiculous, out the way scenario. I just simply said to you that power is out for 30 days. Now, do y'all all believe that there is a lot of things, right, that can cause the power to go out for 30 days, from your government doing it on purpose, from martial law happening, from somebody cyber attacking our systems and things of that nature? Do y'all believe that it's reasonable that something can happen that you wouldn't have no power in your city for 30 days? And I'm just saying 30 days. If you believe that that can happen, I want you to take every scenario with every laugh I just said, but take it very seriously, because I don't think we have stopped to rationalize what 30 days without power actually looks like in our communities. We haven't really thought about that. So to bring this back to the topic of everything that we've been talking about tonight, I don't know if there's a ceasefire or not. I really don't give a fuck. I don't listen to nothing the goddamn news says. Trump says there's a ceasefire. The next news channel is telling you that you should still have these cities on high alert. Why? Because Trump is lying. Because you find out Iran comes out and says, ain't no motherfucking ceasefire. Now, if Israel stand the fuck down, then it could be maybe, but not right now. And then I find it hard to believe that they want to back down just because Israel's going to back down, like America had already bombed their motherfucking nuclear facilities. You don't think that that's worthy of a get back? And let's be clear that if this war does not end, how many of you know how it will affect us? Do you know all of the oil that comes through right there where Iran is? They can cut everybody the fuck off, and it will affect the world when it comes to oil and gas. You also know that the news said that Iran was going to meet with China ass because they wanted China to help them fuck with America. Who trying to fuck with China? America, but China will fuck you up. Y'all should go ask somebody. Why you fuck with China? China is the world's leader in fucking technology. China can't fuck us up. China can't push a button and blow some shit up. Keep playing if you think not. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what none of these goddamn white people, officials, politicians, fucking country leaders is talking about. I'm talking to you about being prepared for whatever the fuck can happen. If you're an adult and you have children and you are the head of your household, your responsibility is to be prepared. Do not let your motherfucking family die or be fucked up because your power simply went out. And there's a lot of things that you can do to survive from that. We are so dependent on the government. How many people in this chat can put a seed in the ground, in a bucket, in a tote, in a box, in a windowsill, and grow your ass some food? How many of y'all can do that? Because if you don't go back to the basics of what you should have known that the government traded you for, you're going to be fucked up. Shout out to Queen. She stayed me. Queen said she could grow some shit. How many of y'all know microgreens grow fast as fuck in a couple of days? You can grow them on your counter. No, it's not a steak, but it'll give you some nutrients. There's a lot of seeds that you guys can get, right? And in getting those seeds, y'all can grow shit in a matter of 6 weeks and have some food. And you don't have to have a big ass backyard. You can have a bucket. You can have a tote. You can have a box. It's a lot of way to grow shit. You don't need all of this land. Somebody said white people aren't your problem or your enemy. I just want to tell you to shut the fuck up. How about that? Shut the fuck up. Out of all I said, you're mad because I called somebody white. I mean, these politicians that are playing games right now, they are white, okay? So you're upset with that. And you're the one a minute ago that said I was racist. Shout out to you, Chris, for the super chat again says, if the power is going to go out for all races, yes, the power is going to go out for all races. It is. The problem is black people in the hood, and I don't know about y'all. I'm not saying every motherfucking black person, right? But I'm telling you that the lowest among us that are not prepared are the people that I'm the most concerned about. I was just in the hood in Chicago, and so I'm telling you, if you are worried about our people, that is what I'm talking about. A fullness. Yeah, power is going to go out for everybody, but you know what? I've seen so many other races be prepared for shit like this. There's a whole prepper community. White folks be ready for this shit. Not all of them, but even if they don't get what they need, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to y'all. Because most of us live in the inner cities, and that's where the hell and the price to be paid is going to be at. The inner city is going to be a motherfucker if some shit hit the fan. This is where all the people will be in turmoil. This is where all of the fucking shit is going to start first. This is where the government will patrol the goddamn streets. This is where the supermarkets and things will close down first. This is where all the looting will start to happen. This is where you'll be in your house and motherfuckers will be trying to take advantage and take your supplies. This is where you'll need help from the police and they will not show the fuck up. This is where you're going to need medical services and the ambulance is not motherfucking coming. So for those of us that are in the inner cities, we're going to get it worse. But it's going to be for all races. But I'm not worried about all races, right? And let me say to this person right here, let me say something, because I love a good debate, because I'm trying to understand you, punk bitch. How the fuck, out of everything that I've said tonight, that this is where you went? There goes the link. Go ahead and click it. Come and tell me how stupid I am, and tell me why out of all the shit that I've said tonight, I've said anything on here that you are offended as a white person, although I don't give a fuck about offending a white person. And for the motherfucker who said, oh, you're racist. Am I racist because I said somebody was white? Like, what should you call a white person? Aren't they fucking white, bitch? And if you don't know, I'm half white. So if you're offended, you should be offended if I said cracker in this motherfucker. And even if you did, I wouldn't give a fuck. But you still couldn't call me racist, bitch, because you could just pretend my white side said the shit to your ass. You got so much to say. Do not get quiet now. Baby, click the motherfucking link. Talk to me, because y'all always tough in the comment section. That's okay. Troll. I'm going to give him the ultimate trolling. You can talk in the chat. You can come up here and click the link and troll me. Y'all motherfuckers love to talk shit in the chat, but run from that goddamn link. Because it seems like you're a white person. I love to argue with white people. I really do. I get tired of arguing with black folks. Bring your white ass on up here. Come on. Or shut the fuck up in my chat. Because I don't think I've had a conversation. You should come back to another conversation. Now, I will admit, I have some conversations where I be going off on white people. Baby, this is not the one. This is not the one. I ain't shit offensive to no goddamn white person. I call them white. That's what the fuck they is. Which one we call them? Caucasian? Is there another word you would like me to give them? Because if you think I'm racist against white people, actually can't be, because I'm half white, motherfucker. But see, that shows how racist you motherfuckers is in this country, because my black done tainted the white, that y'all don't receive my white. So when you see me, I'm just a nigga. So who does that make racist, me or you? Me or you? Because if you acknowledge my white side, you wouldn't just see me as a black person, and you wouldn't be up here telling me I'm racist just because I use the word white. If you don't shut the fucking motherfucking fuck up, bitch. You sound stupid as hell. We in here talking about war and people getting ready, and I said I'm not caring about white people. Who the fuck is running the government? Is our president not a white man, and you offended because I said fuck you? Click the link. If you say anything else in my chat, but you don't want to click the link, bitch, you getting motherfucking blocked. Don't come over here with that bullshit. If you tough, I need you to be tough all the way. Say it with your whole chest. Say it with the whole link. Click that motherfucker or shut the fuck up in my chat. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Oh, somebody want to come over here? See, when I put these titles in this show, when it's like this, it always gains other races of people. Now, let me say something to everybody in here that's not black that's watching. I don't mind if you watch my video. It's a free country. It's a free YouTube. But let's be motherfucking clear. My message is not to anybody but black people. I'm talking to black people. I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to them about how we should see things, how we should prepare for things, and how we should be. That is my concern. And I get tired of every motherfucking time Black people try to show love for ourselves. People always equate that to hate for everybody else. Now, I could say some really harsh, fucked up shit about white people and other races and immigrants. Oh, baby, I go in. But that's not what happened here tonight. You're going to have to come back to another show because that's not this show. But y'all kill me with that shit. So if there's anybody in the comment section that's watching and you're not Black, watch. Take the gems, dust them off, put them in your fucking pocket. Because I can't help that you watching. But if this was a room full of people, you would not be in this room. You're only in the room now because it's YouTube and you can click wherever the fuck you want. But if it was a door and it was a room and I could see you, I would not be letting you in because my message is not the fuck for you. It's not. There's plenty of white people that are talking about this. They're talking about what they do. Go learn from your people. Go listen to what they have to say. But if you decide to bring your ass on Michi's Black ass channel that is pro-Black, that talks to her Black people, then I guess you should be prepared for a Black person's conversation. If not, then why are you here? You know, y'all remind me of the white man that came to our fucking event in Chicago that last weekend. He brought his ass up in there. It's like, why are you here? Why is it that y'all motherfuckers always want to be in spaces that you're not invited, spaces that are not for you, that are not about you? And then whenever somebody doesn't do something to appease you or say something the right way for your motherfucking feelings, all of a sudden it's a problem. You don't have to be here. This space was not even created for you. But here you come with your oppressive, colonizing ass, thinking that every space that ain't for you, you got to find yourself in it, trying to tell other people what the fuck to do. White boy, not the fuck over here. Go somewhere else and do that shit in my daddy's white ass name. Okay? I got me fucked up. But with that, while you're here, you obviously have subscribed. You can unsubscribe or you can like this fucking video, bitch, while you're here. Share the motherfucker with your other white friends. Tell them to listen to this crazy racist Black lady if that's what you choose to tell them. Because trust me, I ain't saying shit racist up in here tonight. But for you, tomorrow I am. So make sure you fucking come back, bitch. Yeah, he quiet now. Don't get quiet. Don't fucking get quiet. People always got something to say until they ass get checked. I don't understand why y'all come in our spaces all of the time. The name on this channel is Michi X. What the fuck make you think that anybody in here with a name like that is talking to any of y'all? Come on. Use your white sense, white man. Please. Freedom Face said there's another whitey in the chat. See, that look, I didn't even call y'all all that. I just said a white man. Y'all offended. You know why? Because y'all want to be everything else but white. That's why Donald Trump is orange, because the nigga be trying to tan every day because he don't want to be white either. I get it. I get it. Y'all pale, colorless. You know, it's hard being y'all when you look in the mirror. But I mean, when you look at everything else, you've oppressed everybody. So use your white privilege and rise above. Why are you even here, white man? Go somewhere with your privilege. Save the country from this fucking cyber attack we about to get. Go do that with all your white privilege. It always amazes me when I see white people who don't use their white privilege and then they're upset that they did it. You was born with it, bitch. Use your superpower and get the fuck up out of Black spaces, okay? Leave us alone. Just do that. We're minding our own Black business. We didn't ask you to come over here, but yet here you are. Why? So now for Black people, once again, I just want to end this show because I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to sleep. I got an early ass dentist appointment in the morning. And I want to leave y'all with this. I'm going to always continue to tell y'all that y'all need to be prepared. You need to stay prepared, right? And stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And so with that being said, I want you to think about all of the things that could fall upon you from not having the food that you need, not being able to grow food, not being able to have power. What type of positions does that put you in? Like, play a game tonight with your family. Sit around with your children or the folks who live in your house. Maybe do it tomorrow if it's a little bit late. But sit down and play a scenario. Let's play a game called The Power Goes Out. Stop and think about all the things that would affect. Walk around your house. Ask your kids to tell them what are the things that we couldn't do if we didn't have power. What would happen? What would happen after 3 days if there was no power? Because if it's one day, your food refrigerator might stay cold in your deep freezer, but at the end of the day, that shit gonna unthaw after a couple of days, and that's not gonna be no good either. Well, our stove is not gonna work. You know what else is not gonna work? We're not gonna be able to charge our cell phone. Y'all put y'all heads together and let the folks in your house think about what would happen if you were in that position. And then when you think about every issue it would cause, then I need you to go ahead and figure out every solution to those issues, right? So let me throw a couple of things out there for you. Everybody should go to Walmart and get them a life straw, or go to Amazon. A life straw costs you a couple of dollars. If the power ever goes down and you cannot boil your water, you can put that damn straw inside of the water and you can drink it, and it will filter the water that comes out of the sink. Now, that life straw, if you have to go on the go, it is not going to filter water that is sitting in a puddle outside. It is too much bacteria in it. That is going to have to be filtered a completely different way. If you find moving water that is moving, right? It's a stream or something that is different, and then you can use it for that water. But if you ever find dirty water sitting still, don't use your life straw, because you'll still be fucked up. But for people who are in their home and it goes out, you can just simply get the water out of the sink. You don't need to boil it. You can use a life straw. That shit like $5 at Walmart. You should have one for every person in your house. Okay? So let's say that first and foremost about the water. You should all have some type of power backup. Like, fuck them goddamn little power banks that you have, that shit is going to charge your phone for a few minutes, of 2 days. You might get 2 charges out the shit, and then after that, you don't have any more goddamn charge on your phone, right? So you need to get you something like a Jackery is really good. They have a ton of them now. Jackery was the first ones to come out, but you get these power boxes. They have solar panels. You can charge them outside the panels. It's not like a regular generator, because a regular generator got to stay outside. Carbon monoxide will fucking kill you. Do not bring that in your house. Also, you need gas for that. When you run out of gas, what the fuck you gonna do? Also, if times are desperate and I hear your generator running and it's outside, I'm coming to take your shit. You don't want a loud ass generator. Go and get you some type of a power box, you guys, so that you can recharge it with the solar panels and you can keep all of your devices and things like that charged. Go to Walmart or go online. At Walmart or even Amazon, you can buy 2-way radio walkie-talkies that can go up to like 20 miles for, like $20. Okay. Now, 20 miles is quite a bit. If you have children, family, friends, elderly people that live within that range of you, you want to give them one of those now, not when the shit hits the fan, because when it does, if the phone cell towers were to go down and you cannot make a call out, you can check on them and make sure they're all right. Now, if you go online, they cost more money, but you can get those radios that actually go across the nation, nationwide. So if you have children or loved ones in other states, you can check on them, right? And somebody on MX Network says your car is a generator too. Yeah, so of course you can go to your car and you can charge your phone and different things like that. But some things you will not be able to power with that. And your car is only going to come on and run as long as you have gas in your car. So speaking of gas, make sure that, and this might be hard for some people, but when times is tough and you don't never know when it's going to hit the fan, please try to keep at least a half tank of gas in your car, because it's going to be hard trying to get gas if everybody's trying to get gas and it's one of those situations. Okay. Get you some seeds. Do not go to Walmart and buy seeds. MXsurvival.com has all of these things on there if you guys want to check some of that out. But get you some heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are seeds that produce food with other seeds in it, so you can take those seeds and keep reproducing. One of the things your government has done, which should be an eye-opener for all of y'all, is the fact that when they started this quite a few years ago. When you go to the store, go to Walmart and go to their seed section and go get seeds. None of them are heirloom seeds. Don't buy them, just go look at them. What that means is those seeds do not produce food with seeds in it. They do that on purpose. Why do the government want to give you seeds that won't allow you to have more seeds so that you can just continue to grow? Because they're trying to control your ability to be able to feed yourself. That's why. For what any other fucking reason would they change the seeds for? How many of you know that when COVID was going on, you could go to the store and buy shit, but how many of y'all know that the gardening section was closed down? How many of y'all went to Walmart? You probably ain't paying no attention, but the gardening sections were closed down at any store that has one. All of them were closed down. Because they ain't want you going there and do no motherfucking gardening. They did not want you to do no motherfucking gardening. They wanted your ass to sit in a situation. So ask yourself, why would the government be setting us up for failure to where we can't go and plant seeds? Why do they want them not to reproduce seeds? They're taking the ability from you for you to be able to feed yourself. Why are they doing that? And do you think they're doing it for any fucking reason that's a good reason? No, it's not a good reason. They're doing it because later on, guess what? They're going to take the ability from you for you to be able to eat. And when they decide to starve you out, I just want you to remember, if nothing else that I've said here tonight, your government has solely wanted you to be dependent on them for everything. Livelihood, power, lights, clean water, food, all the things that you were actually naturally given by God in this earth when we were all created here. The earth gave you fresh water before governments destroyed the water and fucked everything up. The earth yielded fruits and vegetables and food for you to eat. And now they have fucked all of that up. We need these things to survive and to live. You need them. You don't want them. You need them. So your very livelihood is in the hands of your government, AKA your oppressors. Okay. And at any moment, they could flick a switch and take away all the things that give you life and longevity. And they could get rid of a big population just by simply doing that. Let's just cut off the electricity in places, for 30, 60 days. I know it seems like a small thing. Let the power go out for 60 days. I promise you many people will die. And I know that seems crazy. Something so simple. The power going to be out? Yeah. Because we ain't never thought about being out without power that long. You wouldn't survive. Most of you would. So, why do these motherfuckers argue back on whether war is over or in or out or cyber attacks and whether we're finna be living in the movie Leave the World Behind? Like, why they made that shit? I want you to think about all the AI movies that we've seen, all of the robot movies, all the futuristic movies we've ever watched growing up. Tell me that shit ain't real now. Movies are primers. So what was Leave the World Behind priming our minds for? So stay ready so y'all don't have to get ready. Again, we will continue to watch and see. But as of where we stand right now, Trump is lying and said that they said it was a ceasefire. Iran said, bitch, we ain't say that. You a motherfucking lie. And before they said that, one of the last things they said was, bitch, we retaliating for you blowing up our facilities. Was on TV with a strong face. Like, all right, we about to fuck you up. And they said it with so much, I mean it. And I don't think they meant they was finna throw a nuclear. That means they got some shit under their motherfucking, underneath their seat. And this is the thing. Even America and other people cannot deny that Iran has the ability to throw cyber attacks at us. So are you ready for cyber attacks? If you don't know what cyber attacks can cause, what can be attacked by cyber attacks, go ahead and take a moment and just Google what could cyber attacks affect in America and watch all of the things that they can devastate in our lives. And they're going to hit inner cities, which is where most of my people are. So y'all be safe out there. Y'all be prepared out there. And in leaving tonight, because I'm going to get off of here, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow because we're going to talk about these riots and these immigrants, these motherfuckers, and the nerve of them. Because that shit hasn't stopped either. But I do want to remind everybody that I will be at this time, unless like the world comes to an end and I just can't do it no more. I am going to be coming to anybody's city who is going to assist me in doing it. Once again, like I told y'all with Q, this fight is not all up to one person. We all have to work together and we should bring together what we have. So I will be back in Chicago at the end of July. I will give you guys a date coming up this week after we have our meeting. It'll be free events everywhere I'm going. It's a free event. It will not cost anything to anybody, but we gonna use the libraries because libraries let you use the rooms for free. So because we don't pay nothing for the facility, we don't charge you nothing for the facility. Okay. I will be doing 2-day events. Chicago will be the first one. If any of you would like to assist me in coming to your city, I would be more than happy to do so. You are going to have to get the room in the library. We can sit down. We can talk about how you facilitate all of that. I will definitely help you do it. And I will bring myself out to you. We are going to learn about survival. We're going to have a very in-depth survival class. And then the next day, we're going to learn how to make money online because those two things are important based on where we're going and also looking at where the country is right now. We need to learn how to survive in all situations and live off the land and depend on ourselves, as well as learning the shift in the way money is made and the way that we live. Everything is online today. And so we must take a look at that. So I'm going to bring those solutions to any community that would like me to be there. All you have to do is email me, but y'all got to assist me. The days of me planning everything and doing everything is over. Again, I don't mean to sound like crass or arrogant about anything, but all the things that I'm teaching y'all, I know. All the things that I'm telling y'all to prepare for, I'm prepared. And so, again, I'm trying to share this knowledge and these solutions with my community because I care. But what I'm not going to continue to do is keep footing everything to give the community all of these solutions. If y'all want them, I'll bring them. But you got to help me bring them. I'm out of that phase of going hard, touring everywhere, stressing about getting all this money, working overtime. Like, I run my businesses, and most of the money I make in my business, other than paying my bills and keep my business running, I spend it on doing for the community. And so at the end of the day, y'all gonna have to help me with this. And all I mean is you're gonna have to call the library and book the place and work with me a little bit to get me there, right? It doesn't even have to do with necessarily finances. But yeah, we always scream about unity and doing things together. And so if we're going to do this together, we're going to do this together. Michi's not finna put all this on her back and do it herself. No more. No more am I doing that. Again, shout out to Chicago. Like, I love Chantel and Val and my girl Tangi and Pansy. I love y'all to death. I really do. And we had an amazing weekend. They helped facilitate a lot of stuff. I brought in what I could bring in. I facilitated. And with all of us working together, we made a lot of shit happen this past week in Memphis and in Chicago. And we prepared some people with some supplies. And we would like to continue going around doing that. So if y'all help me, help y'all, I'm going to continue to help y'all. But if y'all want to help, then I'm ready. I'll be okay with that. So y'all email me if y'all want to bring Michi to where you at. And again, I'll bring myself, but you gotta help me get all of that stuff together. I don't know the terrain, I don't know your city, and so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna put my email in there in a minute. Shout out to you, Chris. Again, says miss me to the power is not going to go out for 60 days because of the seniors, the old people. They're not going to let the old people suffer. Chris, what makes you think they're not gonna let old people suffer? I thank you for the super chat, but I think that's an ignorant comment. Why do you think they care about elderly people? Let me ask you that, Chris, before we get out of here, since you said it. Chris, what makes you think that they care about elderly people like that? You said they're not going to let the power go out. If somebody was to cyber attack and hit our grid, or they were to tear up something, or our government did it and blamed it on somebody else, what makes you think that they would automatically put it back on? You don't think there ain't stuff that happens that the government is going to let it just sit and be? That's like you say it in Katrina, they're not going to let people die and drown. What are you talking about, Chris? Do you know how many elderly people are homeless right now? And nobody cares about them. Do you know how many elderly people in Katrina? I watched them at the Dome. They were all at the arena there. And I'll never forget, on the news, there were old people in wheelchairs. There were old people laid out, and they were thirsty. They didn't have water, and the government was being such an asshole. They were taking all day to drop water. People were just dying from the heat in New Orleans when Katrina happened. And I watched old people die, and I watched them let old people die. We all watched it happen. And we also watched how, when they didn't come in and give them any protection, there was a bunch of evil people and mayhem that comes up in time of survival. And I'm sorry to tell you, but when power is out, or we're in turmoil and there are things going on, there are evil people who seek to take advantage of the weak, and they don't care. And the first people they're going to target is elderly and their supplies. They're going to target women and children because they don't think that they can fight back as good. And then they're going to come after the bitch ass men. But when they're seeking to do harm, they don't care that you're an elderly. They will sexually assault them. They will take their stuff. I don't know what world you live in, Chris. But to say the government won't let that happen, the government doesn't care about its citizens. You don't know that yet? It doesn't care about any of its citizens. It really doesn't. Like, there are some citizens they'll fuck over more than others, but even poor white people, they don't give a fuck about none of their citizens. So you gotta really rethink that. Thank you, Laverne. I'll put my email in the chat. I will do that here in 1 second. But yeah, I, for that to be your reason to say they're not going to let it happen because of the elderly people, that's a lie. If you have elderly people in your life, you better look out for them. Go get them some supplies. Make sure that your parents, your grandparents, that they have. If you got an elderly neighbor and you care to give a fuck and have some compassion in your heart today, go and make sure they have supplies. If power goes out, go check on those people. Make sure they have one of those two-way radios so that you can make sure they're okay when whatever's going on. But to think this country cares about elderly, they don't care about kids, elderly, or nobody to fuck in between. No, they don't. Shout out to you, Derek. Thank you for the super chat. Says I tried to send another super chat, but YouTube being funny, they have they have 12V 4,000 watt power inverters online. It connects to the car. Oh, and then you can be mobile. Okay. I'll have to look that up online. I will have to look that up. I have not seen one of those. So there y'all go. There goes some more information for y'all there. Thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat. Somebody in the chat said, my mother on oxygen, power went out for a week. I'm just saying. Can I ask you, when the power went out for a week, how did your mom manage? Y'all had backup, like generator? Was she at hospital, nursing home? She was at home. How did y'all, and you said just recently. So again, this is not even a major thing. Power goes down a lot, but it could go down and not come back. So don't take that for granted. This is no country for old men. Now, I watched a movie in a TV in a long time, but Jalen, that was a good ass movie. If y'all have never seen the movie No Country for Old Men, go watch that shit. That movie was good as hell. That's probably number 2 on my favorite movie list. One of my favorite movies is Kill Bill, and that is probably the second one. Somebody said, hold on. Here we go. You want to be seen? Let me give you some attention. I would strongly advise against listening to racist streams like this for anyone who actually trying to better themselves or elevate their lifestyles. Would somebody inform this non-Black person, for all my Black people in here? Do y'all think that my stream is racist? And do you think that listening to me, that I have not allowed y'all and helped y'all on a journey of bettering yourselves and elevating your lifestyle? I find it hilarious for y'all people who come in here. I've done nothing for years but elevate my community and their lifestyles, make sure that they can get their kids in homeschooling, that they learn how to make money online so that they don't have to go to work and be begging for their lives to be they wanted to be. I've done events and taught them all kinds of things. I've brought solutions to the community. I've given them a more in-depth way of looking at things. There is much better content with more eccentric value and less racism. Would you mind to tell me what is it that I've said that's racist? Once again, it's because I support Black people. What did I even say about white folks in this? I mean, I do say a lot, but my question is, what did I say that was racist? I'm gonna try this again before I leave. Y'all motherfuckers so quick to talk. Enlighten me. I mean, I can say some fuck shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, what for all of y'all that watch me, right, I think I could be a lot harsher than I have today. Was this a racist lie? Y'all be mad because I'm excluding y'all because I'm only talking to white people. I mean, the Black people, y'all want me to talk to y'all too. You're mad because my focus is a certain community. Really? Please enlighten me. What did I say that was racist? I need to know. Go ahead. You've been talking, y'all been talking that shit. Bitch, say something else. Go ahead. We're gonna put it up on the screen. Y'all be slow when somebody call you out. Y'all be wanting attention. Then somebody give you the attention. Then you motherfuckers get quiet. What was racist? What was racist? Hold on, look. See? Now, this does not have to do with you being white or racism at all, but you smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack? Do you smoke crack? Answer that question in the chat first. You smoke crack, right? You must, right, or meth or something, because I said that white people don't care about poor communities. I don't recall ever saying that line at all. I said the government does not care about Americans. I actually said that not only does the government not care about its people, period, they don't even care about poor white people. That's what I said. Y'all want some racism before I leave? Do you want the white side or the black side to tell you what I got to say? Gotta go, y'all. I got a dentist appointment in the morning. I don't really spend too much time talking to crackheads. You know, once you realize they're a crackhead, you gotta move on. It's just pointless. Y'all, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for all of the super chats and for everybody that tuned in. Somebody said that's the Fed trolling Michi, distracting you. I'm distracting you. Look, y'all watch me long enough. Y'all know I like to argue with a motherfucker. I will argue with your ass in a minute. I don't care if they want to bring their ass in here and talk to them. You know I gotta cut somebody out before the show is over. I prefer for it to be the white people in the chat or somebody else than my own black people. You know, normally it's somebody black getting cut out saying some dumb shit. So you know, it don't bother me. It's all a part of the show. I really don't care. But shout out to everybody who tuned in over on, let me see, on MX Network. Let me go back over here. No, Kimberly, check your email. I just sent out some emails today. Kimberly over on MX Network asked about the mentorship class. It will be coming to an end soon, but I sent out an email. So we have a whole week of nothing but mentorship next week. All of the people in the boot camps, I'm going to have classes at 7 every day of the week. I'll send out some more emails about it tomorrow. So anybody who's ever taken a boot camp with me, they've ever taken any of my classes or my mentorship group, next week, Monday through Friday, I will be having free classes. You guys can come in if you've taken classes before. Don't be coming to ask me no new shit. You got to already have knowledge about what you've been learning. But I'm going to do that for 5 days straight. I'm going to have 2-hour classes Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll send out another email, but check your email, check your junk mail if you don't have it. And for anybody who's ever taken classes with me, that's a whole week for y'all to check in with me. I want to help you see where you are, even if you started last year. Anything that I can do to push you guys forward to kind of get these things complete. And then after next week, I'm going on a hiatus. I'm done teaching fucking classes online. I'm tired of teaching online. I love y'all, but I'm tired. I need to move around. And being online doesn't allow me to move around. I'm usually traveling now. I'm in the airport when it's time to do a class or something like that. And so I just need a break from it for a while. Again, I'm probably not teaching any more classes online. And I'm going to close my consultations out to you guys after next week. So if anybody want a consultation, you better get in now. Because after that, I'm closing everything out. And I'm just going to be moving around. I'm going to be teaching people in person, right? So I'm going to be doing that for the next 3 months or so before I do anything else again online. But I am going to finish strong for that week and be there to offer assistance to anybody who needs it. So Kimberly, check your email. I will be sending out more tomorrow as well, okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Somebody said loved your boot camp. Thank you. Thank you. You make sure you do something with that knowledge, though, right? I can't wait for you to send me your website and your store or whatever it is you're working on or what you're doing, because you might not have a website. There's lots of ways to make money online. But whatever you're doing, remember when you guys finish up, send me y'all links, send me whatever you have so I can promote you, share it with the people, support you. If you have something that I would like to buy, I would like to buy from you. So y'all make sure y'all share that stuff with me. But I'm gonna get out of here. You guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be missing for a minute, but I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I love y'all. Fuck them white folks in the comment section who got problems. So I want to tell y'all I don't love y'all, but I want to say to my black people, that's why they be mad. They be wanting us to love them too. They be wanting our black love. That's all. But we not giving it to your ass, okay? Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all go and make sure that you're prepared for whatever happens, y'all. So you don't get caught up in the bullshit. It's a lot of shit in life that's gonna hit you, and you can't do nothing about it. But there is some shit in life that you could be prepared for, and the hit doesn't have to hurt like the person throwing it thought that it would. Okay. So with that said, I love y'all. Stay black, stay strong, stay beautiful, stay relentless, right? And stay safe. And be prepared for whatever's coming. We've been here a long time, and I think it's going to take a whole lot to get rid of us. So let's just make sure when the shit hit the fan and it's all said and done, we motherfuckers still standing like we always have been. With that said, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.